Effective Police Interactions with Youth, a training class for patrol officers, is designed to improve interactions and communication between police and young people. This training was developed by the Connecticut Juvenile Justice Advisory Committee and has been evaluated as effective by the University of Connecticut. The JJAC collects data on the extent of DMC, or disproportionate minority contact. This training grew out of the data collection and analysis process. Rather than focusing specifically on DMC, the training seeks to improve police interactions with youth of all races and backgrounds.
The officer does have the ability, based on this training, to have a conversation with a kid and understand that it doesn't always have to be an arrest situation.
Every community has youth. Every community has youth-related problems. So the more training that your officers are equipped with, the easier it is for them to make good decisions that will benefit the police department, the youth, as well as the community at large.
The purpose of the training is to reduce the likelihood that interactions between police officers and young people will have negative outcomes and/or result in police action, particularly for minority youth. The training is divided into three main topics: equal treatment of diverse youth, which describes the problem of disproportionate minority contact, or DMC, why youth do what they do, which covers principles of adolescent development, and police-youth relations, which introduces strategies for interacting more effectively with young people.
Don't judge a book by its cover, because we might look like we're mean or we do bad things, but we're not. We don't really do that.
I wish they just saw kids as people too. Like, we may mess up sometimes, but not all of us do.
Police officers and youth make negative assumptions about each other. A lot of times it's first impressions are based on appearances, and we're going to try to learn some things about that.
Teams of certified police trainers with experience as youth officers or school resource officers use a variety of teaching techniques, including lectures, videos, games, discussions, and group activities to create a fun, interactive learning environment. Officers learn a four-step approach for interacting with youth. 1. Maintain a professional demeanor. 2. Let youth vent. 3. Explain the rules. And 4. Identify options and consequences. At the end of class, participants are asked to reflect on what they've learned and identify action steps they can take on the job to make a positive difference with youth.
I really believe everybody that walked out of the class today said, wow, I'm really going to do one of those things that I said I was going to do.
University of Connecticut researchers conducted an independent evaluation of the effective police interactions with youth training program using pre, post, and follow-up testing of officers who attended the training and a control group who did not. Evaluators found that the training increased officers' knowledge of adolescent development principles and improved their attitudes towards youth, both immediately after training and 6 months later.
The thing that jumps out the most is that you could actually produce change in such a short intervention. We tend to think of interventions to change people's knowledge or attitudes taking longer than this. For the amount of time that was invested in people actually participating in training one day to actually see changes in their knowledge and some of their attitudes, I think that's pretty impressive.
I think there should be some training for the interaction between youth and police for everybody at every level of this job, from the rookie cop coming right out of the academy all the way up to the chief executive officer in any agency.
It's just one more tool in your toolbox. It's going to help you through your law enforcement career. It's going to help keep you safe. It's going to help the community. It's going to help the whole DMC problem, which is going to help law enforcement as a whole. So it's definitely a beneficial training.
For a more detailed video and written material describing this training program, contact the JJAC staff person, Valerie Lamott, at valerie.lamott@ct.gov.